Today, I finally get to take the best of my collection out of their boxes and let them stretch their legs on the layout. I have been waiting for years to get my favorites back on the track, and it's finally time. Let's get right into it, starting with track number 9. Here, I'm storing my boxcar train, pulled by two Rapido Dash 8 engines from about 2021-ish. This is one of my most reliable runners, and also one of the most interesting consists to watch in the layout, with a great mix of road names and graffiti throughout. On to track number 8 with BCRail Canadian number 2. I love these newer Rapido F40PHs in the Love the Way wrap scheme. The cars, with a bit of work when they were new, run like a charm. There's still a bit of flicker in the lights, but that just reminds me of seeing Aberfoyle Junction Railway at night as a kid. Good memories, so the flicker works for me. Track number 7 is actually a bit of a duplicate with Via Canadian number 1. This one has a 3-engine lash-up pulling its 11 cars. Via number 2 will always be heading westbound, while Via number 1 will head eastbound on my layout. That way it allows for a Via Canadian meet somewhere on the main line. All 3 units are from Rapido's first run of these engines. I may have gone a little overboard when they were released in buying so many of these cars, but I am definitely glad that I did now. On to track number 6, we've got the CPKC mixed freight. I have been rail fanning on the layout for months. This consist came together kind of by accident. Just a mix of cars I happened to open and a few new arrivals. For a fluke, it turned out really well. There's a nice variety, it looks right for Southern Ontario, and I'll probably keep it mostly as is. I might pull that barrel ore car since it's not quite period correct, though it still does look good. Coming in at number 5 might actually be my marquee train, Canadian Pacific's The Canadian. FP9As from Rapido, along with cars from the same release. It is an iconic Canadian train, and it's going to see a lot of mainline time for years to come on my layout. I might swap in some Broadway Limited E8s down the road, but for now, the FP9s are staying in the lead. At number 4, we've got two Kato ES44s pulling Intermodal. Ultra-modern engines, ultra-modern cars, and something you can see just about anywhere in Canada today. I really like that Jacksonville Terminal Railway has released so many Canadian containers over the years. It really helps this train fit the setting. Once I pulled this into its staging track, I realized I actually had room for 3 more cars. So I grabbed a Kato 3-car set from the collection and added it to the end, with more CP containers to round things out. Reaching number 3 in the lineup, we've got a trio of Dash 8s from Rapido, 2 from their first run, and the BCRail unit from their latest release. There's something about this train that just feels massive. Sometimes I forget this is N-scale, both in person and in videos and pictures. More Jacksonville Terminal containers, along with some interesting flat cars from Athearn and Atlas, help make up this consist. real scenario that I'd love to see for some reason is when two intermodal trains are crossing one another at speed, even with one at a siding or waiting on the main line for the other to pass. I can feel a bit of that seeing the CN BCRail train pulling into the yard next to all those CPRail containers. Very cool. All the way at number 2, an oil train. I had a lot of reliability issues with tank cars on my first layout, and so far I'm having a bit more luck this time around. Though to be fair, this is only my first rail run with them, and there are already a couple cars I might have to take off. I actually just opened these Athearn cars today, even though I've had them for years. A weathered microtrains car acts as the buffer, with some Rapido tanks near the start as well. And at number 1, something not Canadian at all, but a train I've been dying to run, the Kato Big Boy Union Pacific Excursion train. Not prototypical, probably has never and will never run in Canada, but I really don't care and I think it's awesome. When I expand the yard again later on, it will sit alongside the Amtrak Southwest Chief and the Surfliner and a few other US trains I keep around for the occasional switch up. And there you have it. In one sweep, I've got a huge chunk of my collection off the shelf, out of the boxes, and finally on the rails. I'm really looking forward to doing some proper rail fanning now that this is all up and running. Now, I definitely need to upgrade my electrical to handle all the added load. Moving over to Digitrax is the next thing on the list, so stick around to see how that goes for me very soon here at Sudbury Junction.